Hey, what's up everyone? Today we're diving into some huge news for all you John Wick fans out there. Just when you thought John's story had wrapped up in the epic fourth installment, there's been a shocking update. John Wick 5 is officially in development.
People keep asking if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, I'm thinking I'm back.
Yeah, you heard that right. Director Chad Stahelski has opened up about what's going on behind the scenes, and let me tell you, it's not what you'd expect. So grab some popcorn and settle in, because we're about to break down all the exciting news about John Wick's possible return to the big screen. Let's get into it. Alright, for those who need a quick refresher, let's rewind a bit. The John Wick series kicked off back in 2014 with a story that was as simple as it was deadly. A retired assassin is pulled back into the underworld after some idiots killed his puppy.
Evening, John.
Evening, Jimmy.
You, working again?
No, just sorting some stuff out.
And just like that, we were introduced to John Wick, played by the always legendary Keanu Reeves. This unassuming action movie became an absolute smash hit, grossing $86 million at the box office and spawning not one, but 3 sequels, each one upping the ante with crazier stunts, more brutal fight scenes, and deeper dives into the shadowy world of assassins.
You stabbed the devil in the back and forced him back into the life that he had just left. You incinerated the priest's temple.
From John Wick, Chapter 2 to Parabellum and Chapter 4, the franchise has collectively raked in over $1 billion. And honestly, Chapter 4 felt like the perfect conclusion, right? John finally got his redemption arc, made peace with his past, and in true Wick fashion, went out with a bang. But apparently, the story isn't over. At least, not entirely. So, here's where things get interesting. In a recent interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Chad Stahelski, the mastermind director behind all the John Wick films, revealed that John Wick 5 is in development. But before you get too excited, it's not going to be what you think. Stahelski himself said it wouldn't be a direct continuation of John Wick, Chapter 4's storyline. And to top that off, he even admitted that there's no topping what we did in Chapter 4. So, what's next for our favorite assassin? What could possibly be in store for John Wick 5? According to Stahelski, he and his creative team have been tossing around 3 or 4 different versions of a John Wick 5 script. But the most exciting part? None of these stories are what fans might expect. In fact, Stahelski said they're not trying to one-up Chapter 4 or even continue the same arc. This means John Wick 5 could take on a completely new narrative. There's talk that the story could focus on John's early years as an assassin, taking us back to the days before he met his beloved wife Helen, who, as we all know, was the heart of John's motivations in the series. Imagine a prequel that dives into John's rise in the assassin world, showing us how he became the Baba Yaga.
We call him Baba Yaga. The boogeyman? Well, John wasn't exactly the boogeyman. He was the one you sent to kill the fucking boogeyman.
We could witness his legendary feats that earned him the fearsome reputation he carries. There's so much untapped potential in this backstory, and Stahelski has alluded to the fact that they're always thinking about different ways to keep the character alive, whether that's in a sequel or prequel. The big question, though, is Keanu Reeves. Will he be back to don the black suit once more? Stahelski hasn't confirmed anything yet, but let's be real, can you even imagine a John Wick movie without Keanu? It's tough to say, but Stahelski has hinted that if they can find a fresh story that both he and Keanu love, then maybe, just maybe, they'll come back for one more round. And honestly, fans are ready. Who wouldn't want to see Reeves take on one last, action-packed, jaw-dropping adventure as John Wick? But there's also the possibility of exploring an older John Wick, which was part of the original concept for the character. Imagine a more weathered, reflective version of Wick, still haunted by his past, but pushed back into the fight one last time. They could use the magic of CGI to age Keanu up, or simply wait until he's ready for the role. Either way, the possibilities are endless. And let's not forget, the John Wick universe is growing bigger by the minute. We've got Ballerina, a spin-off starring Ana de Armas, set to hit theaters in 2025. That movie will follow a female assassin who's tied to the same underworld John Wick is a part of. Plus, there's talk of another spin-off focused on Donnie Yen's character, Kane, from John Wick 4. That guy was an absolute force, and fans have been clamoring to see more of his story. So, even if John Wick 5 isn't a direct sequel, we're going to get plenty of Wick-inspired action in the coming years. Now, I want to take a minute and talk about what we, the fans, want to see in John Wick 5. I mean, let's face it, the franchise is known for its over-the-top action sequences, intricate fight choreography, and killer world building. If they're going to give us another movie, they better bring the heat. There's been some speculation that we could see the Continental Hotel play a much bigger role in the next movie. Imagine an all-out war between the world's most deadly assassins, with the Continental as ground zero. That's a story we'd all pay good money to see. Also, what about John's long-lost past? Could we finally see the full story behind his origins, his training, or even get a closer look at his relationship with Helen? And hey, while we're at it, more dogs, please.
Yeah.
John Wick is never complete without some canine companions by his side. So, where does that leave us? Well, one thing is for sure, the John Wick saga is far from over. Whether it's a prequel, a spin-off, or something completely unexpected, Chad Stahelski and his team are working hard to figure out the next steps. And let's be honest, if John Wick 5 comes anywhere close to the level of intensity and creativity that we've seen so far, we're in for a wild ride. What do you think? Would you be down for another round of John Wick, or do you think the series should have ended with Chapter 4? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the latest John Wick news. I'll see you in the next one.